all I can remember her saying, "Jay's been stabbed." And the first thing that went through my mind, I thought, okay, he's probably been stabbed in the arm or something. It can't be that serious. Yeah, so I got in a taxi, got straight to my mum's, and there was all like ambulances and, you know, paramedics around. And I was expecting to see my mum, see Jay, see what was going on, but they wouldn't let me anywhere near the house. It's just, you go into this like blank and you feel numb, you know, when you've been told something that it's serious, and they won't let you see your mum. They wouldn't let me see Jay. You know, Jay was gone, and yeah, it was just disbelief. I couldn't believe what had happened, and it was hard to just, you know, move on, and hard to believe that it was happening to us. You know, for no reason. Jay was just taken. It just didn't make sense, you know, why? Jay was such a, you know, a lovely person. He wouldn't have hurt anybody, and why did he have to be singled out, you know, and attacked like that? But when he was found guilty, it was just like the best possible result we could have ever wished for. You know, 14 years, it's, you know, it's not enough, but it's the best we could have expected. So yeah, that was a huge relief when he was found guilty of murder. It's just, every day, it's a battle, you know, it's an empty feeling now. Especially when we go to my mum's, you know, and his room's exactly the way he left it. And you go there sometimes, and not for a split second, you think he's upstairs and he's going to come running down and say, "All right, son, all right, kids." Just like he used to, you know, get his guitar out and start playing his guitar. But now it's just, and then, you know, you realise and he's not there. And that is just, it like hits you all over again. I'd say, I know there's a lot of peer pressure out there, you know, if your friends are carrying knives and maybe you want to do it yourself and you think it's cool and it's big. But think hard about it, because it just destroys lives. As I know, as my family know, it's not just one person you hurt a lot of people, and you destroy a lot of people, you know. And it just takes that moment of madness where, you know, if you're going to carry a knife, you're bound to use it, you know, and it's going to hurt somebody and it's going to destroy a life. Many lives, in fact. Not just the one.
Personally, I'm aware of 3 young men, and it does tend to be young men, of 16 years of age who are now dead in the last 6 months. Interestingly, 2 of those had actually been stabbed in the leg, which people may think is something that we can manage very easily. There are actually some vessels there that you can injure seriously. So 1 stab wound to a leg, and 2 16-year-olds are actually dead. Nothing we can say is going to make anybody out there stop in and of itself, but you need to be aware that actually lashing out at somebody's arm, leg, chest or belly with a knife will commonly kill them, can paralyze them, and even if they do survive, it can mean that they've been brought up to an operating theatre to have their belly slit open or their chest cracked open in order for us to actually save them, which can then lead to lifetime disability, which we cannot fix. Because sometimes we can save the life, but not the quality of the life of the patients who have brain damaged or permanently disabled.
The predominant age group of people that are victimised or taken to justice for carrying knives are between the ages of about 15 and 19. Now, the concept of joint enterprise is quite simple, and it's been proved previously in the courts up and down the country that you don't have to be the person carrying a knife to be convicted of knife-related offences. So an example of that would be if someone who you're with is carrying a knife and they commit an offence using that knife, you know that they're carrying it, but you don't necessarily have hands on yourself. then there's a very high likelihood that you could be taken to court as well under joint enterprise and convicted of the same offence. So if you're with someone who's carrying a knife and you think that you're not likely to get convicted because it's not in your hands or your pocket, then think again.